November 3rd. I bet you it's already 50 degrees this morning. And hopefully the last day of harvest here if everything goes well. We switched back to the other 2388 after we fixed the sieve to make sure everything was good and working. And it has been. It worked all day yesterday. It was good. I picked corn yesterday morning, didn't film anything, and then ran semis all evening. It's kind of relaxing. This is not a road on the left. That is an airport taxiway. And that taxiway just so happens to be a lot more important than most in the area, because the building right there houses a medevac helicopter. And it's crucial that we do not disrupt their flights in and out, because when they need to get out, somebody needs help. So you always got to think big picture. Generally speaking, there's always something out there that's bigger than self. And we need to remember that what we're doing isn't necessarily the most important thing in the world. Might seem like it to us, but we need to make sure we're not disrupting other people's things. So another mile walk back to the other semi, now that I moved the service truck over here. It's pretty cool watching those things. He's fighting a pretty good wind to go straight. He's got it turned. Time to get the dryer online. I think we got her going now. Just gonna go make sure I flipped some switches to go to a different bin here. Go over here and listen, make sure it's hitting the right bin, sprinkling to the sides. Wait for it. There it is. There we go. That's the spreader again if you're new to the channel. And it's throwing the grain out in a thin layer across the whole bin versus just making a pile in the middle. Especially on these hotter days, it's supposed to get up to 70 today. The dryer dumps hotter. It doesn't get a chance to cool it down as much. You can run into issues if you dump hot corn into a bin without, you know, we're still gonna put aeration fan on it, but you gotta be careful. So make sure that spreader's running throughout the day. Getting that truck unloaded. This wet tank, if I wouldn't have started the dryer, it wouldn't have quite fit this truck. But it's ripping through it so fast because the corn is like 15.9%. Really on the verge of not needing to be dried, but enough that we wouldn't feel comfortable storing it into the summer next year, so we're drying it some. I see the neighbors out plowing up his pumpkin patch or something with a old Farmall and a 2-bottom plow. He gave a wave, but got our voted sticker on. Just a friendly wave back and forth. We talk all the time, this guy. Some people get so worked up over politics. I know he has the complete opposite views of me, but that's okay. That's the best part about living in the rural America. Everyone gets along, for the most part. But there's no drama. Everyone can have different views. That's the beauty of America. It's so dusty. The bees wings are just swirling. My sunglasses are in one of the combines, or I don't know. Got my safety glasses now. I was bumming without them earlier. You gotta have them around here. Too dusty. That corn is so dry. There goes the helicopter again. Busy, busy. It's never a good thing to see them go, but it is such a great resource to have in the area, because they can be there so quick and get people the medical care that they need faster and save lives. So it is really nice to have that in town. It's coming out here on the taxiway. This is not the runway, this is the taxiway. And then coming out to the T intersection, whatever you want to call it, of it. Backing up. And then going back facing the other way so I don't have to do this loaded, because it's harder on the trailers. But a little different with the semis on a taxiway. That is a really cool, older, refinished biplane there. That's cool. You don't get to see cool stuff like that at every field you do. I'm trying to figure out if this plane's leaving or not. It's been running, I think there's somebody in it. They're gonna be coming my way if they are. I'm loaded, so I don't know yet. The one thing that our truck guys, whoever's running truck, is you gotta watch the dryer and the field, so you take samples. And let's see where we're at here. Right there. So we got, we'll call that 45. So we come over here on the sheet. 45 is 13.56. So it's basically, 13.1. So that is the temperature correction number. So based on what temperature it is, it tells you to add or subtract. In this case, subtract, because it's warm out, so it's coming out a little warmer. 13.0. That is an issue we're fighting. Like I said, the corn it's dry enough where it's borderline, but I can't get it through the dryer fast enough before it gets overly dry like that. I don't know. I've got the heat turned back, and the dryer's going about as fast as we want it to go. So what it's the best we can do. Last night I had it going pretty good. It was coming out at 14, but it's the best I can do right now. We're getting unloaded here. We don't have a pit, but the drag takes it pretty quick. We maybe could open it up a little more with this dryer corn, but there's no rush. They have the second truck out there to dump into, so this is plenty fast. We've only plugged that wet leg once, and it was because we had a tarp open and there was like a heavy dew, so the corn was wet. And for whatever reason, I don't know, burned the belts, or it stopped and then burned the belts. And what you do is there's a door on the bottom. That's what's nice about these new legs that are on top of the ground, is you just do that and it all comes out the bottom. You end up doing a lot of shoveling, or we don't have a vacuum, but that's why this drag has to go up. The other leg, the taller dry leg, it's an old school leg. It goes down into the ground. That's why the old U-trough you can see right there, it would just go level and then it drops the grain down there into where it goes in. But these are much better. We do have a sump pump in the pit. It does fill with water. So the new leg, that's why it's nice to keep them up on top of the ground, just for ease of service, keeping the water out of there. It's just all in all, I think it's a better way to do it now. But you do have to do some different things to get the grain into them, but it's worth it, I think. We can't forget to roll our tarp, otherwise we'll have a kite flying behind us on the way out to the field. Just put that down. Electric tarps are super nice. I like to keep the dump pit nice and clean. And I'm going to try to use my broom. The wind's blowing, so see if we can't separate some of this. We don't need all that in the bin causing troubles plugging grain bins up. That'll work. I always just do a quick check. I got grain coming in there, the spreader's still on, the jump auger just kicked on to feed the dryer. The dryer's got a good feed. We'll check the temperature and go get another load. Everything looks good here. We'll hop in our Chariot and back to the field we go. They must have got diverted on another call. They were kind of coming in, and then oh no, maybe they are. I gotta get these trucks moved forward here, but I put them on both sides of the taxiway so that they can have room to land. Oh, they fooled me. They just landed on the other side of the semis, so they didn't have to go between. Like I said, I did confirm this was okay to park here. They didn't do that because the semis were here, but I've seen them do that before, but I did make sure it was okay to park here with them. Back with another load. It's still really windy. Coming out of the dryer at like 13.5 now, so it's creeping up again. I'm starting to get her dialed in a little better, but I can't do too many more mega changes, otherwise we're gonna have problems. And when this close to the end of harvest, we're not gonna get crazy with it and plug up a cross auger or something here. We've only got about a couple more trucks to bring in. That thing is too cool. Last little bit of harvest is winding down here. Another dryer check. Still a little dry. but when the corn's that dry, there's not much you can do about it. But we're winding down. One more semi after this, and there might be 100 or 200 bushel on the cart after that. My wife is gonna give me a ride to the other combine that's parked out there. We didn't want to get ahead of ourselves and bring it home, because that's about the time that one would break and we need to switch. So we just left it out there the last couple days while we use the other one. So we're gonna go move that home so we can get all the big equipment home before dark, and then we'll go back for the other semi. And I think the service truck is out there. But farm wives don't get enough credit, you know, coming around and giving rides and parts and tools or whatever it might be. You know, works out really nicely. It's a family effort. Well, we're back with the other machine. Perfect sunset. Cart's here, combine's here, Harvest 20 is done. It's a good feeling. There they are, ready to get blown off with the leaf blower. The Rockies. Having a little celebratory pizza and beer here. Check the dryer. 6:15 at night. You can't see it, but the dust is unbelievable. So much dust. Oh my God. Dryer's shut down, combines are blowing off a little bit. I'm sure we're gonna find more in the morning. And bin fans on for the night. Get the ripper going, and when we have enough guys around, the ripper's going, we'll start cleaning some equipment up and backing it into its parking spots and whatnot for the winter. So yeah, harvest is done. Thanks for following us. So with that, you guys have a good night. Be safe as always. We'll check you later.